The worst part's over. Or is it?
You think so?
Or is it?
Or is it? Right.
Get to the Game of Thrones question. That's the only one I can answer.
It's you, me, and one other person who
Oh no, Douglas Kruger spoke about it in his talk.
Yes. So it's the three of us.
Does Duncan not watch?
Yeah, but he's not speaking today. So.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so
tell me.
Yes.
Liezel, why are you wanting to go into more professional speaking as opposed to professional emceeing?
So I love emceeing, and everyone knows me as a master of ceremonies, and I've been lucky enough to MC almost all over the world. Just recently getting back from Hong Kong, next year possibly going to Venice. So the MC thing has been done, and I thought, you know, what's the next step? How do I grow my brand? And it's a big thing that I talk about as well, is personal branding. So I thought, let me actually practice what I'm training people in, and practice what I preach, and take the next step to building my brand, not only as a global MC, but try and get it as a global speaker.
Okay. And what is it about speaking specifically that you love most?
I just love being in front of a crowd and feeding on the interaction and seeing the vibe from the crowd. So for me, it's great to see when I talk about something and it clicks in, and you see people go, aha, that makes sense. So I enjoy being up and seeing people's reactions.
And what is it that you dislike?
I dislike that first couple of minutes when those butterflies are there.
No,
and I know that I'm nervous.
You get nervous.
I still get nervous.
No ways.
And but that's what keeps me going, and that's what keeps my mind and my energy going. So I get nervous until I'm on that stage and the first paragraph is out, and then I just start flowing. But you won't pick up that nervous. I'll pick it up, but audiences don't.
Well, that's the key to being very professional, okay? So now, tell me, why have you succeeded in the field of being this celebrity? I mean, you know, Liezel. Why have you succeeded where so many others have?
Well, depending what you see as failure and depending what you see as success, I just, having worked in the PR field and having a degree in marketing and communication management, from the moment I started in TV, I thought of running my brand as a business. And you can easily see how I recreate the brand and re-evolve. So I went through a stage where I was just a sports person taking part in extreme sports. Now I'm going through the phase of global emceeing. And now the sport thing has weaved its way back. I was also known as the short, blonde-haired TV presenter, and I've kind of changed that. But also magazines have referred to me as boring blonde TV presenter. And I thought, I don't want to be known as the boring blonde TV presenter who's not seen in the papers for being half naked on the street or being drunk. That's not my brand. My brand is the fun, fitness, health, lifestyle. So if they call me boring, it's fine. And I'm going to continue building on my fitness, fun life.
Okay. Where did you grow up?
I grew up in Pretoria, Tshwane.
And that's all she says.
Everybody
else has gone into this long, like, I grew up in the East Rand, but...
Yeah, Pretoria, and I've been in Cape Town 2,761 days.
But who's
and I'm counting. Well, we all are. From the first moment I arrived in Cape Town, I went day 1 living in Cape Town, day 2 living in Cape Town. And a local hotel tweeted back and said, call us on 1,000 days and we'll throw you a party. So at 900 days, I went, guys, it's 100 days to go to my party.
FYI.
And they threw me a 1,000-day party.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Did you say you studied PR?
Yeah, I've got a degree in human resources management, which is apparently an anti-buzzword according to one of our speakers here,
sure.
And an honours and a master's in communication and PR management.
I'm feeling so horribly underachieving sitting on this end of the table today.
Says this very successful business owner and speaker.
Yeah. So now, being a celebrity, I have to ask you this. Who is your celebrity crush?
My celebrity crush locally is Majosi. He's a singer.
I know.
And he lives down the road from me. And I often see him running, and he runs past me, and I don't want to be like, hey, it's me, can we have another photo? But he knows, because I always talk about it. So, and I haven't seen him running lately, so I think he's just worried. He's probably changed his route so he doesn't run into me.
Makes perfect sense. So we were speaking about Game of Thrones earlier. What is it about Game of Thrones, do you think, that has made it this global phenomenon?
It's so interesting to see how that shows through the 7 seasons, where we're now 8, going on to 8. The storyline keeps everyone really hooked, and you don't know who's going to die. And that's the one conversation whenever we're at a dinner party, we're always talking about who our favorite characters were that died and who shouldn't die in the next season. So they know exactly. It's that anticipation that
So who
gets
do
us
you
going.
think's going to land up on the Iron Throne? Go on, put your money where your mouth is.
Khaleesi, obviously.
Oh.
Mother of Dragons. Who else should be there?
So
Or her brother. Who knows?
I don't know, hey? I think that...
But have you read the books?
I haven't read the books.
Okay.
No, I haven't read the books.
Okay.
I think that Tyrion is going to land up on the Iron Throne.
But there's a little step ladder to get him up
Of course
onto
he
the
is.
throne. Yeah.
Yeah.
Could be.
Well, you just have servants to, you know, pick him up and put him on
Could
the
be.
throne. Because, you know.
That's an interesting theory. I actually haven't heard that one.
Really?
Yeah.
See, I was just saying to Raymond that the thing that, or to Douglas, that the thing that upsets me about Game of Thrones is that it's turned me into a statistic. And I am one of how many billion people or million people that are sitting waiting for the next.
Which is only next year. And it's the last.
Rude.
Yes.
I hate
How
being
dare
a
they?
statistic.
Yeah, I'm one of those too.
So to hear that you haven't heard anybody else say that Tyrion's
So you're not a statistic,
I'm
are
feeling
you?
a little bit better.
Are you?
A little bit better, but we'll see. What are your favorite things to do outside of work besides run? And
Oh no, I hate running. That's my worst. So we won't even start with that.
But
Everyone-
you've done how many?
yeah, that's the worst of the three disciplines. The swim and the cycle are my best, but being tall, I wasn't built for running. I love stand-up paddleboarding. I love being on the ocean, and I love just being away because you're not near your phone. So you're away in Cape Town, away from your
Cape Town.
electronics, and
Yeah.
away from the hectic bustle of life.
And hidden talents?
So
I can't imagine that you have many hidden talents. You have so many.
I can play the didgeridoo.
No.
I can circular
way.
breathe. I taught myself. I watched a YouTube video, and apparently women shouldn't play the didgeridoo. So, yeah, you heard it here first. Don't tell anyone. So
this morning we
would you like me to bring it out?
I dare you go.
No.
I see, again, I'm feeling like an underachiever. I can't touch my tongue with my nose.
No, neither can I.
Tongue. I can't play the didgeridoo. I can't draw cartoons. I can't play the piano. I'm just going back to bed. What is your biggest pet peeve? And
People who do take away cups and drink out of straws. Because I spend a lot of time on the ocean. I see how polluted our oceans are. Every time I'm out stand-up paddling, I'm picking up straws. I'm seeing headlines of turtles and whales that have swallowed plastic and straws. Recycle, or carry your own straws, or bring your own takeaway mug. The coffee tastes better anyway in your own mug than those
Totally.
plasticky cups that they give you.
It's disgusting and plastic.
So that gets me.
If you were a crayon,
I would be green and gold. Green with gold writing on it. You know, the label is gold.
why?
Because that's my colour, that's my brand colour.
Why specifically green?
I just enjoy it. It's nature, it's what I stand for. I'm a giraffe. I do the talk about finding your giraffe, which is about finding your own personal brand, your own uniqueness. And the gold is just the colour of a winner.
Nice. What advice would you give to your 16-year-old self?
Don't take life so seriously. At 16, I was being teased about my height all the time, and I used to try and hide my height. So that's the one thing I'd say: stand up, stand tall, and be proud. Because I look back now and I see what I've achieved, and I think, wow, if I hadn't done that and stood up tall and been proud, I wouldn't be where I was today. But at 16, no, I've never done that.
Second last question. Speaking about looking back, Robert Frost talks about paths less travelled. You've had a very interesting life so far, and I'm pretty sure that there are many forks along the way that probably you wonder about. Can you tell me about the one that you would wonder about most? Not regret, but wonder about.
So there was a time when I was living in the UK and I got a job offer to come back to South Africa to be the marketing and PR manager for Virgin Records. But I had the opportunity to live in the UK and work and create a career for myself there. And I chose the Virgin. But I remember coming back and sitting with one of the marketing managers for Virgin Records, and she said, whatever you decide, don't look back and go, what if, should I, would I, what have I done? Make that decision and go with it. So I made that decision, and for me it was the right decision. Now and then I look back and go, I wonder what I would have done in the UK. but I look at what I've achieved, and I've managed to actually go and speak in the UK and be an MC in the UK. And if I was there, I would never have had that opportunity. So there's a little bit of a what if, but I did make the right decision.
Last question. This is a very important question. Coming from Pretoria.
Yeah.
Okay. And now living in Kaapstad.
Yeah.
Think carefully about this answer.
Oh yeah, no, I know exactly where you're going with this.
Noodles? Stores.
So, this is very difficult to explain. Bulls through and through. However, when the Bulls are not playing the Stormers, then I'm a Stormers supporter. Although, the Bulls can pick up their PR a bit, because when I moved to Cape Town, Stormers sent me a whole Stormers kit, the away kit, the home kit, everything. And Bulls, I'm still waiting. Then, the Stormers played in Hong Kong while I was out there emceeing, and they invited me to the game and sent me a shirt.
Wow.
Bulls were in Singapore. I wasn't in Singapore at the time, but I wasn't invited to go. They did invite maps. So you can see I have a love-hate with the Bulls at the moment.
I would sort that out if I was there.
But can we talk soccer? Because I support Mamelodi Sundowns. So I haven't moved over to Cape Town Football Club yet. So, sorry.
And in the World Cup?
Belgium, through and through. Because
you enjoy
one of my clients, well, our client that we work with that books me for some international gigs, they're based in Belgium, and I'm still on the WhatsApp group with them. So every day I get the update. So I have to be loyal. Otherwise I might not get the booking.
Uh-huh.
So, no, they don't mind. They really don't mind.